little champion.
All right, it's time, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. We got the wire harness kit. We got all our shifting solenoids, toy converter solenoid, whole new wire harness. That way, if I go in there and I go to unclipping the old harness off these old shifting solenoids, the old one snap, I got the backup plan right here. It's my transmission size, 94 and up. Yeah. Got a transmission filter, got the gasket, got an outlet. So this is what I'll be going in today, this case right here. Now I said I got the gasket, that's the gasket that go around that. So basically I'm gonna be having to lift this car up, lift the car up, lower this part down so I can have access to pull this case off. It's gonna be the hardest part about this. So I pull the case off, I can get in there and change out the shifting solenoids. This is the front side of the wire harness. So the wire harness I got, y'all seen in the bag, this is what this plugs into. So yeah, that's what we got on the agenda. So the first step would be taking this wheel off, taking this brake caliper off, taking the rotor off, popping the CV axle out of the wheel hub, pulling the CV axle out. All this should be off. Car up, drop the frame. Again, they give me access to that case, come in that case, take that case out. That's all the shit. Yeah, so right now what I'm doing is unbolting everything. Need 2 13s to unbolt that. Then I'm cleaning this case off. That's where my neutral safety switch go. I unplugged it. I got it hanging down. So right now I'm trying to clean this case, so when I take this cover off, none of that dirt back there on top of it falls inside of my case. So I gotta go get some brake clean, maybe some purple power, and I need to get a crowbar, because I'm gonna need the crowbar to pop out the CV axle. That's on the driver's side that goes in. I had to take this bolt out right here. So when I drop the frame, I have to let it lean all the way. So I better take this case off and go in there and get my shifting solenoids. I cleaned the transmission part out good, which is all that. Old control room. I fought with that, but I got a new one. New old control on both sides. But I still need an 18mm socket. Do this, do that mount, and hopefully it'll drop and give me access to all the bolts around this case, which is 10mm. Take that off, and then I can pop in my new solenoids and my wire harness, clean the case up, hopefully replace this seal, throw it back on, bolt the frame back up, put the new control arm on, throw my CV axle in and my assembly strut and spindle and wheel on. But I came to a stop because I can't find a socket I know I have. Yep, this is where we at. All right, y'all. As y'all can see, I got pretty far. I got the case all unscrewed. Tomorrow I'm gonna probably finish it. I'm gonna have to get a piece of board and put it underneath the transmission pin, undo the transmission mount, just to lift up a little bit so I can take the pin off. Once I do that, I'll be inside of it. Change out my shifting solenoids, my wire harness, clean this cover off, put a new gasket on it, pop it back on, Get rid of this control arm, put a new one on. Put my strut and shock back in and spindle. Put my tie rod, hook my tie rod back up, sway bar link. Of course, lift the body back up because I dropped the body. So I can see the body is dropped off of the car. And my mounts look pretty good. I thought they looked worse than that, but they actually look pretty decent. I think I need a new seal around that. I'm gonna try to find that when I pop that off and go from there. But today I did pretty good. I didn't think I was gonna get this far. So I done ran out of daylight, so tomorrow I'll finish off. Yeah. I say y'all can see the bolts all undone. They say that needs a new seal. Clean this all. I gotta take this all the way out. Then I put my shifting solenoids in there and new wire harness, and that should fix the issue. And then repair the issue. I see that thing been leaking for a while. And like I said, I got new control arms. Go ahead and put those on while I'm right here. All right, as y'all can see, I got the case off. The hole right there is one shifting solenoid goes. One at the top right here. I see that box. One at the bottom. And then the temperature down there. So I'm cleaning everything. I got this the old one up. And I pull it up. If I look at that, that thing was cracked. Right up in there. And then where it connects, I don't know if I snapped that. I don't know, just old and brittle. It's gone now. I got a new one right here. And I'm finna put in there on that side right there. I got my blade. Cleaning off all the old gasket. You can see. Get all up in there. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Changing that shifting solenoids and wire on them. I'm gonna try to clean all the trash that I dropped in on the top too as well. I'm gonna replace this seal right here. This seal gotta go, because that's old. Y'all can see it was leaking. But I could actually do that outside the car. Yeah. So y'all can see. Pin back on. New wire harness. I painted that. I still gotta get a new seal, but I don't have to have that off to get a new seal. That's my old wire harness and old shifting solenoids there. I then started mounting the frame back up. I still gotta tighten everything. Change this out, put my new ones on, assemble everything back, and we're done deal. All right, y'all, as y'all can see, I got the cover back on, painted pretty, new gasket, shifting solenoids, all three shifting solenoids, and TCC solenoid, new wire harness. Y'all can see she painted pretty. I just got to get a seal, an output shop seal while I'm right here before I put everything back up. I already did a transmission filter change, fluids out, change that seal, fill it up with transmission fluid, and then we'll see what it do. That's the old filter. It's the old solenoids and wire harness though. Hopefully tomorrow I can change this seal, change this control arm right here. At least this side. I'll probably do the other side some other time, but at least this one. Change this little control, because y'all know I got both of them. Go and change that while I'm here. That seal. Throw in the CV axle. Hook up the tie rod in. Hook up the spindle and strut. Hook the brakes back up. And I should be riding, man. Fill it up with transmission fluid and see what we do. See if we got all our gears back. So, yeah, that's what we got going on, man. That was hell taking that off. I had to drop all the body mounts just to get it down far enough to clear this area right here. All that was stopping me. But as y'all can see, she done. As far as the shifting solenoids, new ones in there. We gonna see what it do. Probably finish this in the first hour in the morning. Everything goes smooth. I might. It depends on how hard it is to take those off. Those shouldn't take that. They shouldn't be that hard to take it off. Take that off, throw the new one. Those two, undo this, these two bolts here, that bolt. Put the new one on. Assemble everything, and that's it. I gotta find this seal, and I'm probably finna go find this seal tonight. If I had the seal, this would be done. Yeah, all this would be done if I had the seal. And everything else is pretty much easy from here on out. Strut tower, spindle, hook it up, hook everything back up. But only reason why I still got it in the air because of that right here. I figure I'm here, go ahead and replace it. Now look at this solenoid. It was cracked. So I know that one was out of there or almost out of there. I see the crack right in the middle. That's one of them. This was old. I see the crack right there. That was crack, and that's the TCC. This one was probably the only one that looked all right, but it's got a crack in it too. Y'all see the crack? And then the last one. This one didn't have one. This was the one probably that kept me riding. But y'all see all right there? It broke, but it could have broke while I was pulling out the pin, but it was brittle. So that's what was going on with those. And then the wire harness, old from 94. I just replaced it. None of the things snapped though. I would say that, but rather be safe than sorry. All right, y'all, as y'all can see, new lower control arm is on. I gotta do the other side, the right one, but that's the left one, driver's side. New lower control arm, new ball joint. As y'all can see, new bushings in that part of it. And there go the old one right there from 94. You can tell, see how it's ribbit? That's from 94 there. That's the original. All right, so what we finna do now, you ready to put the CV axle in, upper strut mount, and hook all this back up. Put the brake caliper, everything back on my strut tower. We're finna go ahead and start putting all that on. Yeah.